By now, just about every fan of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic has seen and knows of the story of Heartwarming Eve.
It's the story of the founding of Equestria, and how the three races of pony kind, the Earth Ponies, Pegasi, and Unicorns came together. Through the fire of friendship, they managed to fend off the Wendigos and find a new land for all to live in peace and harmony.
Or what if things have worked out differently?
Surely there are other ways to resolve a fight.
The idea of Macroschism started out as a what-if scenario. Basically, imagine if you will, a split in the timeline.
In one world, the ponies traveled to what would become Equestria, only to find each other once more and start the fighting all over again.
In another, they each instead arrived at their own corner of the land. For hundreds of years, they never even knew they'd been living so close to each other.
Only later, when the borders of Earth, Unicornia, and Pegasopolis met, would the old conflict raise its ugly head. But by then, there is no question. Each race of pony has learned to live on their own, and so by continuing to live separately, there is no problem.
Well, for the most part.
There's been a precarious and uneasy peace between the three races for years now, and all it would take is just a push in the wrong direction to thrust all of ponykind into chaos.
When a dark power hidden out of sight seeks to sow mistrust and relight the hatred between the three nations, it's up to a certain 6 ponies to bring peace back to the lands. The purpose of this project is to tell the story within an alternate timeline for an animated series.
Through action, drama, and even a laugh or two along the way,
we hope to make the story of Nightfall an entertaining, memorable, and unique experience.
Here's the catch. We can't do it alone.
If we're going to do this, we're gonna need your help.
Now, this isn't just a simple animation project. We're talking about a full-blown animated series. This means we need people we can rely upon and stick with it for a long time. A really long time. Now, this may seem daunting, but don't worry. We're already making plans to plow out most of that time so we can all stay on schedule and work together as a coordinated team. But as far as what we're looking for,
we need background music composers. Given the nature of the series, we much prefer orchestral music if possible. Also in the audio department, we're looking for a sound designer for sound effects with little details that help make the animation seem more in-depth.
We're also looking for keyframe animators
to supplement and help our existing animators, and supporting scriptwriters because there's a lot of writing to be done too.
We also need artists, concept artists, to help get a better feel for this new world. This includes costumes and character design, as well as some ideas of the setting,
which overlaps with background artists' job. We need artists not only to help visualize the setting, but to make the actual backgrounds to be used in the animation. On top of that, we're also looking for storyboard artists to help us translate the script into visuals for our animators.
And of course, we couldn't have an animation without voice acting. The nature of the Macroschism setting makes voice acting for Nightfall a bit of a unique prospect.
Each of the three nations, Earth, Unicornia, and Pegasopolis, are characterized by several distinguishing qualities,
not the least of which being the ponies' accents. Earth ponies have the most recognizable accents, at least to fans of the show. Like in most of Equestria, they speak in American-based accents, ranging from the normal to southern western country style. Next, the unicorns. Being from a wealthy and sophisticated society, most unicorns speak with somewhat of a hoity, fancy accent bordering on British. Some of those in poorer areas might speak with a more exaggerated accent, even if they are rare.
Lastly, we have the Pegasi, last in this list due to the odd nature of their accent. The inspiration for their land, a harsh, cold wilderness, more northernly than the other two nations, the Pegasi have accents inspired strongly by Russia. This is a tough accent, but we're more concerned with cohesion than accuracy.
After all, this is really going to portray the Pegasopolan accent, not an actual Russian one.
Overall, we're looking for voice actors and actresses who can help with one or more of these types of accents for potentially multiple roles. There are quite a few characters that will end up needing a voice in the course of this project, but if the number of voice actors grows too high, keeping track of the cast could become a nightmare all its own. If you can pull off more than one kind of voice, you are far more likely to be chosen. For a list of specific roles needed, see the video description.
Macroschism Nightfall is a project many of us have already poured a lot of effort into. We are looking forward to seeing it through to its fullest potential. There's more than just a simple story to tell here, of the trials of friends and the divisions between countries in the face of evil.
There's a whole world to flesh out and breathe life into, from the farmland of Earth, to the great stone fortress of Pegasopolis, to the magical steampunk cities of Unicornia. There is so much that can be done and said to bring the world of Macroschism to life.
With your help, we can make the series a one-of-a-kind experience that is both fun for us to produce and gripping for our audience to watch.
If you would like to apply for a role on the Macroschism team, please send us an email at macroschism@gmail.com with your information, including a role, what you were seeking for, some sample of your past work, and, for voice actors and actresses, some of your vocal auditions.
Thank you for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.